Aye, let's talk about being wrong. Hey there, everybody. Life here, and today we're diving deep into a topic that can make or break your marriage. We're talking about the power of those three little words. I was wrong. Even the Fonz, that cool cat from Happy Days, had a tough time admitting when he messed up. But let me tell you, swallowing your pride and taking responsibility can work wonders for your relationship. It takes courage to own up to your mistakes, but the rewards are immeasurable. So buckle up as we explore how saying I was wrong can prevent a whole lot of heartache and strengthen the bond with your partner. Alright, let's be real for a second. We all make mistakes, right? Nobody's perfect. But here's the thing, when you're in a marriage, those mistakes can sometimes impact the person you love the most. Think of it like this. Every decision you make creates a ripple effect. When you mess up, those ripples can turn into waves of hurt and resentment if you don't own up to your actions. But when you take responsibility, you're essentially saying, hey, I see those waves and I'm going to do my best to calm them down. Our instinct is often to deflect blame or make excuses. But trust me, the moment you start pointing fingers is the moment you start building walls in your marriage. Taking responsibility means acknowledging your role in the situation, even if it's just a small part. It's about building trust and understanding, brick by brick. Now I want to talk about something that might seem a little unexpected, but it's something that's been incredibly important in my own life and marriage, giving credit to God. You see, when things are going well, it's easy to pat ourselves on the back and take all the credit. But when we do that, we're missing out on an opportunity to cultivate humility. And humility, my friends, is essential for a healthy marriage. When we give credit to God for our successes, we're acknowledging that we're not the be-all and end-all. We're recognizing that there's a power greater than ourselves, and that realization can be incredibly grounding. And that kind of humility can make all the difference in your marriage. Chapter 3. The Contagious Nature of Confession. Leading by Example. You know, one of the most amazing things about admitting when you're wrong is that it can be downright contagious. When you create a safe space for vulnerability in your marriage, your partner is more likely to let their guard down too. Think about it. When you bottle up your mistakes and pretend everything's perfect, you're sending a message that it's not okay to be imperfect. But when you're open and honest about your flaws, you give your partner permission to do the same. It's like this. Imagine you and your partner are walking on eggshells, both afraid to admit when you've messed up. The tension is palpable, and it's only a matter of time before someone cracks. But when you take that first step and confess your shortcomings, you're essentially sweeping those eggshells aside. You're saying, hey, it's okay to be human, it's okay to make mistakes. Chapter 4. Freedom and Authenticity, Embracing Imperfection. Let me tell you something, folks. Trying to be perfect all the time is exhausting. It's like trying to fit into a pair of jeans that are 2 sizes too small. It's just not going to happen comfortably. And you know what? It's okay to not be perfect. In fact, it's more than okay, it's liberating. When you embrace your imperfections and allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner, something magical happens. You create a space for genuine connection, a space where you can both breathe easy and be yourselves, flaws and all. When you're authentic with your partner, you give them the gift of knowing the real you. Chapter 5. Maturity and Growth, Turning Mistakes into Stepping Stones. Now here's the thing about mistakes. They're not the end of the world. In fact, they can be incredible opportunities for growth if you let them. Think of it this way. Every time you make a mistake and take responsibility for it, you're essentially learning a valuable lesson. You're gaining wisdom and insight that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. But here's the catch. You only grow from your mistakes if you're willing to own up to them. Admitting when you're wrong is a sign of maturity. It shows that you're willing to learn and evolve, both as an individual and as a partner. Outro: The Power of I Was Wrong. Well, there you have it, folks. We've covered a lot of ground today, but it all boils down to this. Those 3 little words, I was wrong, hold a world of power. They have the power to heal wounds, strengthen bonds, and foster growth in your marriage. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where you know you need to take responsibility, remember this conversation.